Good. We didn't do any trades, but we did what he said. You remember my car getting broken into? And the cop came and tore my car out? Went flying in the back of my head. Oh my God. I was talking about that the other day, and I was thinking about, man, what is that? When I came back the next day, no, brother. Alright guys, right there. Alright guys, about 7 o'clock, get started.
Thank you, Stephen.
There you go, Stephen. I had to talk loud. Alright, do we have any new people attending Racing for Recovery for the first time tonight? Alright, go for it.
Yeah. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcome parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered by combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large. We have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol or drug addiction. Meeting start time is 7 p.m. Please be on time. Please turn off cell phones or ringers to vibrate. Please refrain from posting on social media during the meeting to show respect and courtesy to yourself and others. Please only one person speaking at a time. Please speak loudly so that everyone can hear. Proof of attendance is gladly provided. Please turn in your paperwork prior to the meeting and you can pick it up at the end of the meeting. Honesty is required. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of views on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for who are all present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. What you say here will not be discussed outside of the meeting. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it is in progress because it is disruptive to others. Smoking or vaping should be done away from all entrances out of respect for those who choose not to partake in that. Please do not smoke or vape by the doors, and please dispense of all trash in a garbage can and do not litter on our premises.
Thank you, Dustin. All right, who's got guidelines for living a lifestyle recovery?
I do. Guidelines for living a lifestyle recovery. The lifestyle recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines. 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives and not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyles as challenges to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is a source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Thanks, Bobby. Who's got What Racing for Recovery Means to Me by Kelly Anderson?
I do. What Racing for Recovery Means to Me by Kelly Anderson. R. Respect yourself enough to quit using. A. Accept the challenges that lie ahead. C. Commit to your recovery. I. Include friends and family on your journey. N. Never doubt your will to succeed. G. Give yourself credit for your accomplishments. F. Focus on the positive things you want in life. O. Overcome your fears and keep moving forward. R. Remember the reasons you are seeking sobriety. R. Reach out to others to give and receive support. E. Expect holes in the road. Choose another road. C. Care for your body. We only get one in this lifetime. O. Open your heart, mind, emotions, and spirit. V. Victory comes from a balanced lifestyle. E. Educate yourself on all aspects of recovery. R. Racing for Recovery saves lives. Y. You will learn that with sobriety, anything is possible.
Thanks, Matt. All right, it's time for introductions. Here's where we go around the room. You say your name, why you came. You don't just say you're an actor and alcoholic. You can if that helps you.
My name is Dustin. I'm here for my weekly dose of positive peer support and to find out who won the chili cook-off on Saturday because I wasn't able to make it.
Wasn't hungry.
I love you, Andre. I'm Pat. I come here for inspiration and knowledge, and I'd like to give some knowledge that I heard today all over TV. Opioid, I don't have that word. Prescription drugs in elderly and senior citizens is running rampant. And Lucas County is setting up a task force to check into it because senior citizens and elderly people are getting a hold of these prescriptions and taking the drugs, and they need help with this, and they need their families to look after them, and if you have an issue, come here or go someplace. But it's going rampant because the doctors are giving it out, and we take it, and because you're older, it hits you harder. That's just from TV today. I'm Esther. I'm here for my son Michael.
I'm Michael, and I came so I could announce that my little brother had 1 year sobriety yesterday. He didn't really have a problem with alcohol, but decided to stop drinking just because of coming here, and so it didn't get really recognized. I just wanted to put it out there, even though he's at work.
That's awesome.
I'm Chris, and I'm here. Stress was kind of running high on the home front today, and I would be here regardless, but it's nice to come and step back for a minute, take a time out, and remember all the gratitude and see a bunch of people I love and get that positivity back flowing, because if I start letting people get negative and I start feeding into that, then I'm not any good to anyone. So when I see all the people here and I remember all the things I'm grateful for, it just makes me get in a better mood.
I'm Jeff, and I'm here for support and remain positive.
I'm Craig. I agree with everything you said, Chris. That was awesome, and I think that's exactly how I'm feeling today.
My name's Chris. I come to Racing for Recovery to learn how to make better choices.
I'm Carl. I come to support.
And two of them.
I'm Justin. I come to learn.
I'm Sarah. I'm to learn to support and plugging away at changing my life.
I am Ann. I come to learn how to live sober and happy. I'm Darlene. I'm here for balance and consistency.
I'm Kevin. I'm here to help us stay on track.
I'm Frank here. I'm here for, it's the beginning of the week. It's a good way to get my week started.
I'm Amanda. I'm here for knowledge and support.
Deanna, I'm here because I'm worth it.
I'm Amanda, and I'm here for support.
I'm Erin. I'm here to learn.
I'm Jeff, I'm here for support.
I'm Jalen, I'm here because I need to be here.
My name's Ahmed, I'm here for support.
Hi everybody, my name is Mary Jo. I came to Racing for Recovery to get a grip.
I'm Sean, I'm here for support and to learn.
I'm Tammy, I'm here to stay sober, and this is my daughter, Alexandria, a year clean Saturday.
Alexandria, I'm here to give my mom support and get support. That's awesome.
My name's Dan. Come here because kind of how I found happiness again, and found a way to stay sober, and I love this place.
I'm Michael, I'm here to support the program, and because I found happiness here too.
I'm Josh from here because there's a lot of good stuff in this building, and feels nice to start to let my guard down and be able to trust some, call them random people to me 2 months ago, and build connections.
Nice. I'm Kristen, and I started the day off cranky, and now I'm really happy. I'm happy to be here. Thanks to everybody.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm Racing for Recovery because they're helping me change my life, and I want to keep on changing it. And it's a good place to be.
My name's Dustin, and what that young lady said over there about the issue with the opioids and different things, I had a good buddy of mine a couple years ago. He was 69th birthday. He never made his 70th, and he was a hell of an auto body man, and over the years VA prescribed, and VA is good for certain things, but they overprescribed him pills, and he was in quite a bit of pain, and they upped his medication to 240 oxycodines a month, and he was buying them off the street, and actually, of course, over the years just caught up to him. But more importantly, I'm here for Chrissy to support her, and today's her birthday.
I'm Chrissy, I'm just here for support.
Time for us to sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Chrissy. Happy birthday to you.
Hey Steve, Mary Jo's birthday.
In the house.
Come on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary Jo. Happy birthday to you.
There we go. All right, guys. My name's Matt, and I'm here because I enjoy my life these days, and I have a lot to owe to this, what's going on in this building for that, so I have no reason to stop that, so that's why I will keep coming back.
I'm Jason. I'm here to learn, try to harness this new lifestyle.
I'm Bobby. It's just a good way to close out, the Monday. Good meeting, and I'm here to support my buddy.
Yeah.
I'm David. I'm here just to learn more about this book.
I'm Nate. I'm here to listen to what my peers have to contribute to this book and to the meeting.
and trying to make these meetings part of my routine.
I'm Molly, and I'm here for support.
I'm Rick. I'm here to slow down the struggling.
I'm Brooks. I come here for the people. The amount of support I get from the people in this room, their unique perspective on recovery and living sober has just been like awesome for me in my recovery. So I love being here.
I'm Seth. I'm here for support.
I'm Faye, and I come here for the inspiration.
I'm Chris. I come for peer support and positivity.
Today.
Not today.
I'm Mike. I'm here because my life is full of purpose and it has meaning now.
I'm Randall. I come to this place because I just enjoy it here and I enjoy the people that come to this place and just keep coming back. Great stuff here.
I'm Patrick, and I'm here because this is part of my routine. The past couple weeks my routine has been a little off kilter, and it made me realize how important everyone here is to me in my life.
My name's Eric. I keep coming back because it's my daily reminder of how important balance and patience are to me living my best life.
Hi everybody, I'm Joe. I come to Racing for Recovery because my friends and family are here, and every time I come in this building I'm reminded that I'm not alone.
I'm Anthony. I come because all my newfound friends are here, and for the hugs, smiles, and it's a good time.
I'm Martha. I'm here for my daughter to support her, and I'm so grateful for her angel in disguise, Dean, that brought her here, and I'm grateful that she found Racing for Recovery.
I'm Amanda. I'm here to change my life. I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I'm Dean. I'm good time again. I'm here to keep my balance and to remain humble, grateful, empathetic of all the people that are still suffering. I just got a text last night that a 20-year-old girl had lost her battle. Pretty upsetting. If anybody's got problems, mental health issues, substance abuse issues, please reach out. I'm just getting tired of seeing that on the news.
I'm Steve. I'm an alcoholic. Hey, Steve. I'm here to learn.
I'm Connie. I'm here because of what Racing for Recovery has done for our family.
I'm Adam. I'm here because living this lifestyle works and attending meetings is a major part of it. Also, it is Chris Stone's birthday.
That's not my Thank you.
I'm Courtney, and I'm here for peer support and just to make sure that I continue keeping my wheel balanced.
I'm Andre, alcoholic. I'm here to receive support, give support, and camaraderie of the building.
John, here for get a little smarter because I've done a lot of stupid shit, and I think I'm still doing it. I guess I just got to keep on pushing.
I'm Sam. I got some issues, and this place helps me deal with them. Anytime I walk through these green walls, I always get a little sense of calm, a little sense of peace inside me. And I'm here also on Monday because, I mean, depending on your perspective, there's either at least some halfway decent stuff in this book or some really good stuff in the book.
I'm Rob. I'm here for support and to listen and learn. I'm here because I want to be.
I'm Kyle. I'm here to give and receive support, mostly to give support to my buddy back there, though.
I'm Mel, and I definitely needed a meeting today. With Chris, what he said, I could have just been quiet and said ditto. I had a horrible day at work, and I needed something to turn it around, so I am here.
I'm Ashley, and I'm here to learn as much as I can from everybody here and to encourage in any way that I can.
I'm Brittany. I'm here to remind myself that there are things in life that I can't change. To maintain my personal and professional integrity. Shout out to Dean for saving me on Saturday, my flat tire while I was on the clock. Thank you. Such a pal.
I'm Desi. I come for support, guidance, and positive peer support.
I'm Tom. I'm here for awareness and remain great.
I'm Tara, and I'm here to keep changing my life for the better.
And I'm Sarah. I come to Racing for Recovery for a lot of awesome reasons, but particularly tonight is to learn, and I always learn or hear something inspiring, and there's a lot of great stuff in this book.
My name's Joe. I'm here for a lot of reasons as well, mostly to remain teachable, and Monday night meetings are just a good way to start the week off.
I'm Steven. I come here because this place is truly amazing. I'm always in awe of all the success stories that come out of here, and even if you have a bad day, you step through these doors out front and come in here, and it seems to brighten my day up and a bunch of other people's day too. I don't know, there's a vibe in here, and I love it. Who's got the answer by Donald D. Carr?
I do. The Answer by Donald D. Carr, running from the misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each stuff overwhelms me, each breath shears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Show me the way. At last I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust, and so it begins, Racing for Recovery.
Thanks, Andre. Announcements. Everyone's waiting to hear all about it, Andre.
The chili cook-off was a huge success. I think everybody that participated in that was here. Really had a good time. The thing that I liked the most about it was the socialness of it and actually having the time to sit and talk to people so that, you know, you come to a meeting, you come in here, you rush out, you kind of say hi to people. But I got to know a lot of the guys' families, their girlfriends, people's mothers and stuff. It was really kind of a heartwarming experience for me personally. As for the outcome of the cook-off, Cindy took first place. Eric, the quiet one, was second.
Well, there was a tie for second.
It was a tie for second, four-way tie. So we had to pull the rabbit out of the hat. And then Sammy here was the vegan #1. And it was good. Now, I know I was flapping my gum. So I gotta fess up. And I don't know why it happened, but I didn't get one vote. I don't know how. I gotta read. I think they sabotaged it. But I didn't even vote for yourself. I didn't vote for myself. Why would I vote for myself? I thought I was gonna win. But anyways, the camaraderie was the best, and hopefully we'll do something that again next year. And if you have any suggestions on, you know, everybody just getting together, because I'm telling you, those 3 hours from 2 to 5 were priceless. I mean, we just sit here and talked and laughed. I got to know stuff about people. Poor Brooks chili was so hot it burnt my mouth. And that's why he probably, oh, he got 2 votes. Am I right? You got 2?
One was my girlfriend.
But it was fun, man. It was truly fun. But me not getting one, I had to fess up. I'm like, no. I was number 10. Right there. Not one.
That's funny.
Well, yeah, I didn't get any votes.
That's all. Although in Andre's defense, his homemade salsas were straight on point, and his sister's mac and cheese was delicious.
Yeah.
Chili, well, you know, there was more than one, then you can only vote for one, but. So if we would have had 3, you might have had some votes.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks, Sam. Other than that, we have a race coming up in October. Stay tuned. All right. Other than that, as you can see, the introductions are means for everyone affected by self-destructive behaviors. No topic is off limits. If you have a question or something you'd like to discuss, we encourage you to bring it up early so we have time to discuss it. Before we get started, I have a couple books if anyone wants to borrow one, if anyone needs one. Leaves one more, I think. Come on, Frank Paul. And before we get started on the book, actually, does anyone have anything they'd like to talk about, anything they'd like to discuss? Any pressing issues, anything not so pressing? Good, bad, anywhere in between? All right. We are on page 11. At the question, I hate myself, is this normal? Who would like to read? Go for it.
I hate myself. Is this normal? Sure. Just because you shouldn't feel blame and guilt doesn't mean you won't. You're going to feel terrible about the things you said and did. Some days you're going to feel like you're a horrible person and that the world will be better off without you. Those days will pass and those feelings will too. Allow for them, but understand that the best way to move on is to move on, to make amends. Fix what you can and show the people who love you that you really, really made it. Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. Question. Why do some people I took drugs or drink with hate me? Answer. Because you're doing what they don't have the guts to do. You're a reminder that they're too weak or scared to walk the hard road you're on. You make them feel bad about themselves, but that's not your problem. You need to take care of your own sobriety. Help your former booze or drug buddies if you can. But if they are not willing to embrace the recovery lifestyle, they will just sabotage your efforts. Wish them well and move on. Another question. Why am I terrified that I'll make the bad choices in my life? Guess what? You will. You know what's great about that? You're going to have a life in which you get to make some bad choices. But it's natural to fear your decision-making ability because for years, you made one terrible choice after another. To use drugs or drink or steal money to sell your body, to lie to your family and so on. However, in choosing to recover and get sober, you're breaking the pattern. So while you might make poor choices in the future, the self-awareness that you'll get from the recovery experience will help you make a lot more good ones. Why do I feel like I'm a different person now? Because you are. Addiction makes you someone else, someone who only cares about the next high or the next binge. Your brain's pleasure center goes haywire and takes complete control of you. So you really do become someone unrecognizable. When you stop using, you feel more in control, freer you are. I still feel the desire to use. Is this normal? Yes. Addicts are never cured. We simply make the decision each day to not hurt ourselves and instead to do something to empower or heal ourselves. We'll always have the biological need for whatever let you escape from your emotional pain. It may come and go, or it may be with you every day for the rest of your life. That's why it's so crucial to develop a lifestyle where you have healthy alternatives that light you up emotionally and physically, so you don't need to go back to using. For me, that's addiction counseling and doing triathlons. For you, it might be teaching, playing music, lifting weights, or helping unprivileged kids. Find whatever works for you. That probably won't be what works for me. There is more than one way to get to Cleveland. That's the point. Addiction may ruin lives, but no addict's experience is ever the same, and no path to recovery is the same.
Thank you, Kyle. All right, guys. Who relates to that? A lot of good stuff in there. Gotcha.
The question, why am I terrified that I'll make bad choices in my life? That one probably is one I felt the most. Because I think, well, I know, so a fear of making bad decisions, fear of failure. So, while I'm using, I know that I already failed. So I didn't care at that moment what I did was right or wrong, what people expected from me. I didn't have those expectations I set for myself. They weren't with me at that moment. So, being in that stage, that's probably why I stayed in it so long, because to me that made me comfortable and helped me deal with that, fear. And I'm still obviously not so much new to sobriety. I just keep going back and forth, but I'm new to this lifestyle, and I still am worried about what even things I'll do sober, like if they're going to be the right choices, right decisions. So still something I got to work on. So that's why I think that one stood out the most. And then the one that why do some people I took drugs or drink with hate me? Man, just who cares about them? But as I'm reading about them, I'm just who cares? I hope other people think like that, or I hope I'm not wrong for thinking like that. But I'm just and I don't, I hope they do well, but I don't care if they don't like me.
Good stuff. Thanks, Josh.
I don't like you.
Kyle.
I can relate to, I said this in IOP the other day, I think it was last week, that I compared myself, and AJ more or less said that, it's kind of a bad thing to do is to compare yourself to someone else rather than relate to someone else. And I also, I developed peer support in here slowly but surely, and I felt as if my situation wasn't as bad, and I don't want people to take offense, but other people I felt could benefit from this more than I could, in a way. And obviously mine, that isn't the case. And someone told me it doesn't matter if it's a mountain or an anthill, and that really stuck with me. Like, your recovery is your recovery. It doesn't matter if it's big or small, and which relates, there's more than one way to Cleveland, things like that. And because I would compare myself, I just kept doing the same thing over and over again. Now that I have seen the other side and been given the light to see the other side, it's a lot more reassuring, it gives me comfort, I guess.
Nice. Adam, before you go, I resonate with that a lot because, I don't know, I love the honesty. I really love the honesty there, and everything is so subjective to us. Like, sometimes we like to think that, oh, they have it better off, or we have it better off, or we don't have it as bad as that person, but it's how you feel. If you don't like how you're living, and you want to make a positive change, who's to tell you that you're right or wrong? You know it deep inside that you know what you want. You want something different. And I like the mountain, it was a mountain or an anthill thing, because either way, if it's not making your life better, get rid of it. And you found an awesome place with a bunch of awesome people, and we're working on it together. That's why I like how we don't like to compare, and we like to relate, because someone that is having an awful day, you can relate to them and you'd be like, wow, man, I felt that way too. Or someone's having a great day, like, oh, great, I felt that way too. And it's just a wonderful place to be. I don't know. I'm glad you brought that up. That's good. A lot of good stuff. Adam.
Question, I still feel the desire to use, is this normal? Yeah, and I still feel the desire to use, even when things are going really well, as they are right now. I got really good support around me in and outside of this place, and I still made a bad choice maybe 5 days ago. I drank, and I just want to own that here and be accountable for that. It's not something I'm proud of, but it's with this place I'm going to be able to move forward and keep doing what I'm doing, and I got to get back to staying grounded in this program because it's what was working. And yeah, so I'm really, just thankful to get that off my chest. I feel a lot better, and I'm really thankful for the support I have in and around this place.
It takes some guts. Thanks, man. Amanda?
Yeah, I really can understand I hate myself, is this normal? And then allowing for them to understand the best way to move on is to move on and to make amends. I guess it was so hard for me to come to grasp with the fact that I can't give my kids back the time that I spent not being a mom. So to make amends to them in my head was really hard, because I couldn't give them back the times that I was not there for them, hiding in my room and, just not being the mom that I wanted to be. So when it says, fix what you can and then show the people who you love that you've really made it, just to see the look on my kids' face when they, they're like, oh, Mom, it's so nice to have you back. It's so nice to see you smile, and just want to be out here and walk the dogs with us and, make dinner together again. And so, even though it was hard for me, it was really nice just to hear him say, or to read the, show the people who you love that you really made it, because that just made me feel a little bit better about, I did screw up, but hopefully not only do I get to feel good about this, but my kids can learn something from it. That, life doesn't have to, things go wrong, you can still fix it and make it better. So.
Nate?
Yeah, I want to touch on that same question, because I actually had this one part down the first time I read the book. And for me, the most difficult thing is making amends with myself, really. And, people have said that they've forgiven me for, me apologizing for things I know I did wrong or whatever. But I never forgave myself for those things that I was apologizing for. I don't even know why I was asking for their forgiveness, because it didn't really matter. Because the only thing that mattered is I forgave myself. That's kind of like my theory on that. But I'm getting there, because I'm not anywhere near making amends for this shit. But coming here, I'll get there.
Thanks, Nate. Michael?
I think the hate myself and the desire to use fell hand in hand. Because hating myself was was just the only thing I knew in early recovery. Like I've been hating myself all along, that's why I was using. You know, so you stop using that hate's not gonna go away. You know? And neither is the desire to use. And for me, it was a very spiritual journey. The Bible says that God loves me as his son. And when I accepted that and realized that how many times I've been forgiven by the only one that really matters, that's when I started forgiving myself. And I don't mean to like turn it into a sermon or nothing, but for me that's how it was. Like, God loves me unconditionally, and that's really what changed my way of thinking and took that desire to use away. I have no desire to use anymore. And if I wanted to sit here and dwell about all the things I did and how I was, I'd probably hate myself too. But I don't, because I've moved on and things have happened in sobriety and I became a new person. Now I know different things now, you know, like I have more appreciation for myself because I'm now appreciating life and I have memories outside my addiction, which doesn't go back very far, you know, but the last year or so has been way better than the 30 years prior. So, you know, as I keep building those memories and I don't use again, I don't think I'll ever have that desire to use or that hate for myself again. That's all I got.
Thanks, man.
Before you go, Dean, I really agree with you, Michael. Like, I really like myself today, which a long time ago, I wouldn't have said that. It wasn't even that long ago. It was a couple years ago. I couldn't say that about myself. I really didn't like myself, and I beat myself up a lot, emotionally and physically, and I don't know, today's just a lot different. I got to the point where I don't really think of my past that much anymore. Like before sobriety, it's like a different me. That wasn't me at all. I remember the mistakes I made and learn from them, but I move forward. I think that's what's important. Just like Michael was saying, I love myself today, and I wouldn't want to hurt myself again. And I think that's awesome that I really don't remember or dwell on the things from the past from before sobriety, because this is what matters nowadays. This is all that matters, is where I'm going and the good stuff and how kick-ass it's going to be. Dean.
Yeah, men's was, and it still is a difficult thing for me because I did a lot of damage on my path of destruction, family, whatever. As a whole, I was nothing but out of control. With the amends, I have to understand that by me making amends, some people are not going to be receptive of that. And I can do the best I can by putting it out there, and if they accept it, that's good. If not, I did my part and move on. I can't fix what's not fixable because they're not feeling it. But by my actions, it becomes a lot easier by showing them, not by talking about it, but by what I'm doing. And a lot of good things have happened so far, and they continue to happen by me doing the next right thing. By continuing to stay consistent, have a routine, balance, all the things, all the tools that they teach us here, they taught me here, by doing them on a daily basis and tweaking that spoke here and there that needs to be tweaked to keep that wheel rolling instead of flopping around. But I got a long way to go because my path to destruction was very, very deep and long. It started way back when, and patience is key for me. I want to be able to fix everything, and sometimes I go out of my way to do things to give me some kind of self-gratification to, you know, that, okay, maybe this is a good thing, maybe it's not, you know. But I at least try. When I was using, I didn't try. I gave up on everything. I kept myself in that dark abyss by the lies that were told to me, by the things that I believed, because I didn't believe in myself. And I stayed under that water, drowning on a daily basis, trying to escape it. And every time I tried to escape it, it just intensified it. Like I said, drugs and alcohol ruin lives. Yes, it does. And I didn't understand that full concept of that until I walked through those doors 11 months ago or whatever it was. And by me accepting that and making myself vulnerable, being in these groups, listening to you people, talking about what's going on with me, and just being open-minded and everything to always being instructed here. It's an awesome program. I've tried other programs and it never worked. I never put the effort into it, but here, when they told me I never, ever have to use drugs again, the first day I got here, it's like, ha, really? And I embraced that. And today I'm here today clean and sober because of those words right there and all the support around in these rooms. The individuals, the support, just being involved in the exercise aspect of it, the walking, the, you know, everything, it just keeps me in tune. I had a rough week this week and part of last week. Very stressful, but very rewarding in the end because I may have saved somebody's life or helped save somebody's life. So I'm very humble and I'm very grateful and very empathetic. And if I wasn't in these rooms and if God wasn't my higher power, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. I'd either be dead or in jail for a long time or whatever, you know, it's uncommon. That's an unknown thing. If I pick up one drink, that's going to lead me down back that old path again. And this place brings me hope that that'll never happen. By me coming back in here and listening to you people and talking to you, and if I got issues, I can put it out there with no judgment, no criticism, no negativity. Because if I want all that stuff, I can go right back in the street and get it like right now. All I got to do is walk down the hood and I'll be right back in it. But I don't want that. I refuse to take that. When I can come in here and get hugs, free hugs, and give free hugs, I'm a hugger. I love hugs. And I love sharing, and I'm probably running on to Jib, but the immense things is a lot of patience and a lot of, you know, accepting that some things are not fixable and realizing that. And I'm good where I'm at today. Not perfect, but good. I'm content, but not complacent. I keep doing the same things that I need to do, the next right thing, over and over again. And the blessings come, the opportunities come, the doors open. My life is incredible right now because my choice and by my action, by coming into these doors, have broke the cycle, which I couldn't do for 45 years before I walked through the door. Thank you.
Thanks, Dean. Chris.
A lot of stuff that shared. Dean said a key word, vulnerable. That's like my favorite word, but
I was just thinking about all the questions we just read, and pretty much I hate myself. Is this normal? It has to do with self-esteem, you know, low self-esteem, building self-esteem. Why do some people I took drugs or drink with hate me? Having low self-esteem. It's just like self-esteem just keeps getting reiterated. Why am I terrified that I'll make bad choices in my life? Because I have low self-esteem. Why do I feel like a different person now? Because I'm gaining self-esteem. And it's just like, that is one of the key components to me getting healthier. And I say getting healthier because it's still a process that I'm integrating into my lifestyle on a day-to-day basis, and I keep learning. I hear Joe say, you know, remain teachable a lot, and I love that because it's just, I'm sucking things in constantly, learn. Today I've gotten called out 3 times in a room full of people, and it's been weird, and if I hadn't worked on myself and started to gain self-esteem, I think I would have felt a little different. But now I'm like, huh, what's going on? World's aligning differently. But I just wanted to mention Adam, since you called me out in front of a bunch of people. Seeing you, you know, admit 5 days ago that's something I've never done before, you know, admitting my imperfections right away, and I'm always so devastated about decisions, and that's when I start talking about my imperfections and being vulnerable, that's when I start to grow, and that's when my self-esteem starts to, you know, it doesn't plateau, it starts to escalate and get higher and higher and higher. There's so many things I gain on a day-to-day basis from being here, and I'm just like listening to every single person, like this young lady, and listening to Pat, and just thinking about, you know, I don't really know how to say this. That's all I got. I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Mel.
I don't know. I read the why am I terrified that I'll make bad choices in my life question, and I have it like all highlighted and all sorts of stuff, but I think for me, maybe my recovery is a little ass backwards in this. I can face my past traumas and my past choices and be okay with it that was my life or whatever, and those were choices I made. And I am like, I don't know if it was my stint at Arrowhead that made me be okay with being accountable and responsible for my past choices, but it says, it's natural to fear your decision-making ability because for years you made terrible choices. And it's like, for me, it's like this, where I'm at right now in the present isn't where I want to be. I want to be successful, and I have a lot of goals, and I am a perfectionist in nature, or whatever you want to say. So I don't fear my past or fear the amends or fear any of that drama, because I can't stay present in the moment because I'm fearing my future. And that's really, I'm really struggling. And poor Joe and his whole family, they hear it like every time I see them. I'm like, we gotta work on my resume, I need a better job. But it's like, I have a huge fear of the future and fear of success. And I don't know, I don't want my life to always suck. And I depended on other people, places, and things, and alcohol to take that fear and anxiety away. And so, just to be vulnerable, I'm really struggling staying present in my recovery because I want so much more for myself now that I know I can achieve more. Like, I guess I'd say I'm more driven and motivated, but then at the same time, I'm scared to death. And when I was back in, you know, whatever, I was okay with, like, sucking at life and sucking down a bottle, and it was like, oh, tomorrow's a new day. You know, but now I just want more for myself. So I guess for me, I do fear the bad choices, or just fear, you know, that part of my life. So that's the pattern I'm trying to break. Like Mike said, I don't want to use, I don't want to drink, I don't want to go back to that life. I can be accountable and responsible for being a jackass, but I don't want to be a jackass anymore. So it's like, what do I do to be better than my old self? I'm trying to outwork my old self, and it's just really sucks. So, sorry, that's some positivity for you on your Monday night.
Real quick, I understand a lot, and vulnerability, I've been a jackass in my sobriety, and I'm going to continue being a jackass in my sobriety without wanting to. It's just going to happen. But I know I can today be accountable for that. I can learn from my mistakes, and I have good enough judgment because I'm not fogged by alcohol or drugs that I can learn from that and remember, and I can apologize and mean it. And I can show people that I can do better. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've messed up a lot. But I know I can learn from those, and I can get better. So I hope that helps a little bit. Yeah. Herbster.
I'm going to double dip, build off of what I was saying. One of the hardest concepts I had to grasp was when Matt Boston said that to live in the past causes depression, and live in the future causes anxiety. And to get in the moment, as Mel was saying, that's part of the not hating myself anymore, like being okay that, and one of my favorite sayings is God's got this. You know, nobody knows like what God's plan was originally, and we're not gonna change that. So just to believe and have faith, and that's a big word too, is faith. Because in my early recovery, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have a driver's license, I haven't worked in umpteen years, I'm living with my mom, I have no life. All that went away too, as I quit hating myself, and I quit having a desire to use, like, I quit worrying about the wrong thing, you know, but I never thought that me going to prison twice and umpteen million times in city jails and county jails would ever amount to anything good. And now I'm in the process of applying to go back to prison, like actually filling out applications and paperwork so I can go back behind the walls, because I know what I got to say can make a difference in somebody else's life in prison right now. Like, I know that's why God has been going through my problems and my hurdles and my situations, and that's why He let me live to this day. That's one of the reasons, because it's going to impact somebody else's life. I don't know whose, I don't know how many, I don't care. I just know that that's what I'm supposed to do. And so you don't, like, I would never talk this way a year ago. You know what I mean? I've been like, but I haven't seen my kid in 5 years, and I'm never going to see him. And you know what I mean? I would have been focusing all on that negative crap and not focusing on what's happening right now, and to trust that my God's got this. Even though I don't know, sometimes I wish He had a little more, you know, path set in front of me, like a big sign that said exit or enter or go straight or go left or do this or do that, but He doesn't do it that way. So I'm just comfortable with where I'm at. Mel knows I say you're worrying about the wrong thing a lot. I tell her that probably, what, weekly?
Yeah.
Like, Melissa, you're worrying about the wrong thing. So that's all I got.
Thanks, Mike. Andre.
What I liked was the question, why do some people I took drugs and drank with hate me? Normally I associate the word hate with love, and then when I read that question and it says some people, well, the some people that I used to drink with was usually in a bar, and when I stopped hanging out at that bar, none of those people that supposedly loved me, like I said, love and hate, they don't hate me, they just didn't care because they never loved me in the first place. I was just somebody that I drank with, you know. And did they ever call me when I didn't stop going to that bar? No, not one of them. Now on the other end, the people that love me, that I don't drink with anymore, it's because I told them what I was trying to do. And they love me, I love them, and as could be husband and wife, just single friends, if they really love you and you tell them that you're trying to stop drinking, they're going to be behind you. And I had to tell my friends, I can't go to a party and say I'm not going to drink just because of the camaraderie that we used to have. I mean, that was a part of it. So now they appreciate the fact that I didn't, so they leave me alone. So let's say I'm not hanging out with my friends that love me anymore, and I still go out, get drunk, almost get killed, and now they come by and they see me, they wonder why, how you doing, and then I tell them again why I can't drink because I almost died. And you can just see the heartbreak that they're like, man, I'm glad you were so alive. So they don't invite me to go drink anymore because they truly love me. Yesterday, I had this project that I had to move something on. I needed 4 people. And one of my buddies I grew up with from elementary school, and I'm telling you, we partied like it was 1999. And he's one of the ones that I had to stop associating with because of the camaraderie. Every time we were around, that's what we were doing. You know, everything was a party. Well, I called him and he said, sure, he came over and helped me. And after everybody had left, we're just sitting there talking. He's getting in his truck and he just goes, Andre, you know I really love you, don't you? And I go, yeah, I know that, Terry. I love you too. You know, but that's what you want. He is so glad that I'm still alive that he will accept me not being in that camaraderie and that party anymore, in that atmosphere. The other thing I wanted to say to this gentleman is, I don't remember his name, but he was talking about not having anybody to talk to. There are so many people, and Saturday was the proof of it. If you go someplace and be around like-minded people, you can talk to people and you can get to know people and you can share some things with people and it's going to work for you and you won't feel like you're alone. You know, when you start getting those crazy thoughts, like when you had your crazy thought, you should have been able to think about somebody or call somebody. I'm not telling you what to do. It's your life, but I got a support group that when I start feeling funky, my friends know it. And they call me on it, what's wrong with you? And then sometimes I have to tell them myself. You know, so everything's here if we just use the tools that's presented to us. But like I said, I don't think those people hated me. They didn't know me. They never even loved me. I was just somebody that would sit at the bar and had drinks bought for me. I'd buy them and go out to the garden and take a couple totes, go back in. You know, it's just craziness. I don't need those people. They didn't love me. I really didn't love them. I was just using them. That's all.
Thanks, Andre. Ashley.
Yeah, I really resonated with why am I terrified that I'll make bad choices in my life. I remember early on in my recovery, I would feel myself almost paralyzed sometimes to just make a decision one way or another. And I think that's because I still hadn't gotten used to being out of that fog of drinking and addiction. And it took me a really long time to realize that I did have good judgment. My judgment was just so clouded before. And I think that's probably the biggest reason that I appreciate the peer support aspect so much is because even now when I'm still questioning whether something is a good decision, now I know that I can talk to people and bounce ideas off of them and find out if it actually is a good decision or not.
Thanks, Ashley.
Yeah.
Brittany.
The 2 questions that resonated the most with me, why am I terrified that I'll make bad decisions, and why do I feel like a different person? I think I'm in that in-between place where I feel like a different person, but I don't know who that is, so I'm not sure on whether to trust that judgment yet or not. So I find myself trying to break out of my box And before, when I was drinking, I didn't have a filter. I was out there talking to whoever, oversharing a lot of the time, and I didn't have shame in anything. I don't feel like I have shame now, but I find myself starting to get close to people and then hitting the brakes. Because I don't know, because a lot of the people that I had in my past, and a lot of the people that there's still people in my life that have had a huge influence on my personality, the things that I do, how I treat myself and how I treat my body. And so starting to move forward, getting to know people is kind of like, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this step back and really kind of think about it. But it's a quicker reaction now than it ever has been. Like before, yeah, okay, come into my life. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad, but now I'm afraid to make that bad decision, to have someone bad and influential in my life. I found myself doing it with people here. It's not that I'm judging anybody, it's that I'm not sure about myself. So you start, and there has been people who I've gotten close to that aren't sitting in these rooms anymore, that it's like, okay, so maybe my judgment might not be that great. That's a fear, I guess. And that's some of the things that are kind of hitting me right now. Being somebody different, not really knowing who I am, and getting to know people, and then trying to get to know myself is like, it's difficult. I don't know who I'm going to be 6 months from now. I don't know who they're going to be 6 months from now. Our personalities are going to match? Or are they going to start butting heads because we're both very different? And then I have abandonment issues. I know I do. So that's a fear, getting to know someone, then them deciding they didn't care for me as a person and then backing off when I cared for them. It's huge. So I'm kind of in an in-between place with those two questions right now.
And that's okay.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Exactly. Patrick, you're here today.
Yeah. Autobiography in 5 Short Chapters by Portia Nelson. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I'm lost, I'm hopeless, it isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it, I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it. I walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everyone!